Hopefully everyone is having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you are in the world. My name is EQ, aka the Certified Gem Hunter, and welcome to Stonkaholics. Today we're going to be talking about Curve DAO, or CRV. Now this DAO has insane potential right now, and I think this next move that it's going to take, now that it found the support and impulse. I personally think this DAO has insane potential moving forward now that we just found our impulse support, aka our landing pad. But before we get into all that, if you could take a second to throw a like on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, go check out our Discord group, that'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get this intro rolling. Now Curve DAO Token, or CRV, currently ranks 73rd, sitting at $4.75 per token. It is a token because it's based on the Ethereum network, but it also is a cross-chain, so you can go through XDAI and Phantom as well to get access to Curve DAO. Now, they have a $2 billion market cap, so it's relatively high, but I am going to be going through and explaining why I think this project could make a nice push into at least the top 25 projects. And keep in mind that their total value locked is at $20 billion, so it's 10x what the market cap is, which is exactly what we want to see. The more TVL that is in, the better the project is. We always want the TVL to be higher than the market cap. If you see projects that have a higher market cap and a lower TVL, get the fuck out. That's some scary shit. Now, if you see something like this, this is solid, this is sound, this is what we want to see. Now, what is Curve DAO, or Curve.finance? Now, this is going to be a staking, farming, pooling DAO system. You'll be able to trade and do everything with the DAO and the Curve. Here's a quick little peek on the Curve Fi, or how Curve would work. Being able to get into the pools, there's the factory, there's the DAO as well. You can use CRV and trade. You also have the network, so you can see that this is a cross network with Arbitrum, Avalanche, Phantom, Harmony, Polygon, XDAI, Ethereum. And I'm sure this list is going to get longer, so all these cross-chain projects and unified projects, I like to call it chain agnostic projects, are going to be doing really well going into the future. Obviously, you have your base APY, and some of these projects, they are relatively low, but you can go through all the pools and kind of see what other options are available. Now, they are low because they're safer. The higher the APY and the APR, the more risky these projects and these pools are going to be. For example, like a time pool where you're having a 79,000 or whatever percent APY or APR it is through time, those are risky. So Curve essentially is going to be a liquidity protocol on Ethereum. It's designed for extremely efficient stablecoin trading and low risk supplemental fee income for liquidity providers without an opportunity cost. You can go through everything on here. They have a ton of information about the project, as well as everything being open source, so you can see all of their code, and you'll be able to take this code and build upon it and make even a better version of CurveFi, or be able to build other dApps based off of CurveFi. So this is exactly what you want to see. This project is doing big things, and there's a lot of money that's getting flown into it. They have everything you need to get involved as a contributor, as a staker, as a coder, as a developer, and there's a lot of potential here. So you even have cross-asset swaps. You can go into your LP tokens, your pools. You have your vote escrowed CRV. You have your liquidity gauges. You even have your EVM sidechains and everything like that, which means it's Ethereum compatible. So I would definitely sit around and do your research on this. I'm not going to go through the whole process because I want you to do your own research on this project, because none of this is financial advice. You always want to do your own diligence and make sure that this is a project that you actually want to invest in and that you can invest in, because in some cases it might be limited and you might not be able to get access to this project. So instead of jumping into it blindly because of what I'm saying, I want you to definitely take a second to go through here, read through it, understand the information, understand what CurveFi and Curve DAO is offering, understand what they're bringing to the DAO and what they bring to finance as a whole, and why we think that this can push into a top 20. The real interesting part on DAO and why we really want to bring this up is because we have this long-term SR flip that we've been waiting basically since August of 2020 for this price to break. Now, we had 3 tests in February, you had it in April, and then you had it in May before we dumped off in the market and we saw the VFI come crumbling. The VFI held very strong, and we've essentially been accumulating on this project since September 24th. Now, since September 24th, we've finally broken over this major resistance, and we have what we like to call the bull flag continuation, price shrinkage. We're finally starting to see volume come in. We have our buy signal that was signaled on the Stonkbot. We posted this yesterday when it was still unconfirmed as a buy signal, when price was testing this $3.70 range, because this was the ideal position that we wanted to see for a takeoff. Anytime we have an impulse move, we want to break an SR flip and then find that support, and that'll be our landing pad so we can take off. Now, what makes this very intriguing is that this price has not been broken or held support in this range so far. And with the VFI being so high, you have your fast stochastic just ripping right now with your you have your fast stochastic that is on a tear right now. It just ripped through the resistance of the RSI, which has also been flatlining on the 50. And your slow stochastic has plenty of room to grow. Now, what you want to see next is this volume starting to flow in as well. If volume starts to pick up and get to near this area where this volume is here, we could start to see a really big move. But more than likely, if you're on a Discord group and things like that, you've already accumulated and gotten in a curve before this move is starting to take place. Now, what the potential this has is insane. We could see easily a 4x move coming from something like this because there's no ceiling. There's absolutely no ceiling on this project. And even from here to here on the low end, you're looking at getting up to around $9, and that's on a low end into this next impulse move. And this is the kind of move, once you break out in the middle of nowhere, that you can just ride the stairway to heaven, especially if Bitcoin in the market wants to start moving parabolic. You can see that this project was released in a bear run. So when this was released on Binance, this was in August 12, 2020. So we were in the bear run, and this sold off all the way from, we were up at like the $55 range, and we sold all the way down to $3-4, basically an ICP kind of chart, and we've been stagnant this whole time, and now we're finally getting this major buy signal on a landing pad. So if this thing wanted to keep going up, it could go to $40 if it really wanted to and get a 10x move. There's no ceiling right now, and considering that where this price was already at, if this wanted to take off and there was enough positive sentiment and the market wanted to go parabolic and things were just lined up perfectly, we could see something like Curve DAO absolutely go parabolic. So obviously this isn't financial advice, but look into this project, see if this is something you want to look into and invest in. This is going to wrap up our video on Curve DAO. We're going to continue to talk about this in our Discord group. So if you want to come join our Discord group, you're more than welcome to. There is a free link to join, as well as a paid area for our premium accelerators, where you can get access to our private channels and our academy and everything like that. Even our trading view indicators and oscillators and buy and sell signals that are directly integrated into trading view. Hopefully you had a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're watching this in the world. And we'll catch you on the next video.